Hello guys, welcome back to Simple Living. My name is Yeritza and today we're gonna have a second walk in May of my garden. We're actually going to start with a surprise that I found a couple weeks ago. In one of my green stalks, the top, a bird has built a nest. This is actually something very common, that's why they change the way the leaves were made. I personally don't mind it. I am actually very giddy that I have nests around my... Is that a turkey? Oh my god. I've actually never seen a turkey around here. I've seen lots of deer, but no turkeys. Please don't come and eat my garden. I'm already dealing with enough pests to add more animals to them. We'll see if Mama's in here. Hopefully not. Hopefully just the babies. She was in there. I'm sorry, Mama. We have 5 eggies. That's what I've been seeing lately. I feel bad for scaring her. Either way, you can come back, Mama. My apologies. I feel like I upset all the birds now. That is the only nest I've seen. All my other green stalks seem to be empty. Going down on pea alley because I have all my pea plants in this trellis. They actually seem to be growing very well. They're the only thing that seems to be growing. We did have a couple days that it was just very rainy and very cloudy, so a lot of things didn't grow very well. This rampicante, zucchini rampicante, was the one that was growing the best, but it seemed to be stopping recently. Hopefully now that it's supposed to be having a break in the sun, it'll grow again. But the peas are actually attaching very well. Usually if one of them is not attaching very well, I'll just weave it through. And then they'll usually just keep going. There are some that are spilling out or growing down. But most of the time they are growing beautifully. This is my silver slicer. There are some flowers finally growing right here. This is a male flower. How I know? Because there's not a mini cucumber behind. And this is a petit de gris. Yep, it's supposed to be a small melon. The onions loved the rain. They put so many greens, so the greens grew taller. I'm not really sure what these things are, but I see them growing here and there. I just pick them because I didn't plant them, so they're weird to me. This is oregano, basil, sage, cinnamon basil, thyme, and rosemary. And those are black beauty eggplants. The oregano, the thyme, and the basil are growing beautifully. Now, I'm probably gonna pull these herbs out and put them in a green stalk. And I want to try and make a herb green stalk and a medicinal herb green stalk. These are some random carrots that were growing, so I decided to let them be. I mulch my bed with easy straw, and I actually love it, but you will see grass growing on it from time to time. What I just do is I pick them. This is my cabbage bed, and as of right now, it's my favorite bed. You can see the cabbages are starting to form in the bottom, and that is just beautiful to me. The red cabbages are the ones that have grown the best. They look so enchanting, and also they're starting to curl inside and form the little heads. And all my beds are not round, bordered with onions. I don't know if I love it. It's the first time I do it this year, but seems okay. All the onions at the top seem to be doing the best. And then the ones running down seem to be doing the worst. But it's not terrible. Looking over this way, in the front, we have calendula, sunflowers, and lobelia at the end. And since this bed is the one I have with two trellises, I only put onions along the edges. I also did the same thing with this bed. This bed has an Armenian cucumber that looks very sad, and I'm gonna replant. More weeds. Nasturtium, and then a quick snack cucumber. This one is the one I got from Joni Seeds, and in this one you can actually see some baby cucumbers. Very excited to try those. This is my broccoli and what are these things called again? Kohlrabi. Kohlrabi bed. I was actually very worried about the kohlrabi because I didn't think it was growing. But this one actually has fattened up a little bit. Same with that one. These two on the edge, not much. So I might pull those out. My broccoli plants, they're doing good. They're growing, especially that one. This one, I was having my doubts because it broke in transit. I got these ones from a greenhouse. And I planted it, and it looks now that there's two. But I'm not sure if it's gonna have enough time or if I should pull it. We'll see. This is the green comet variety. Supposed to take 47 to 55 days. I think it's probably gonna take a little longer than that. It's been growing rather slow. My last row of garden beds. On this side, I have kohlrabi. These are hybrid kohlrabi that I got from Johnny Seeds, and they're actually growing beautifully. They're fattening up well. This is a Haogen melon. I didn't even realize this was growing, guys. I replanted this one because he died, and it's growing beautifully. So that makes me feel very well about me possibly replanting other plants. This is a gimlet cucumber. I also got from Johnny Seeds. As you can tell, I don't know what happened here, but it looks very fragile. I'm probably gonna plant it again, but I can see some flowers forming. But yeah, I don't think this is gonna last well, so I should just plant it again. These are two garlic that survived next year. I have my first and I believe only garlic escape. So I'm very excited about that. I'm letting it grow a little. As you can see, some of the leaves in the bottom are dying. So that means it's gonna be soon to pick up. And as usual, the onions on this top side look beautiful. This is my heirloom tomatoes or my indeterminate tomatoes. The Dr. Witchy looks the worst out of all of them. I'm not sure why. And I'm actually very sad because that is my favorite tomato. I do have a pineapple tomato that seems to be doing amazing in comparison. And then the Sunrise, which is a cherry tomato, seems to be doing the second best. We've been having a lot of rain and not a lot of sun. So I assume that's why it hasn't grown as much. And this one in the middle is a brandy wine. I do see some flowers are starting to set. I'm not sure if I should pull them or let them grow at this point. But we'll see. This is my determinate tomato. These are all Napoli tomato. I would expect them to be a lot bigger by now, but as mentioned before, it's been very cloudy, and without sun, things cannot grow. Some of them do have flowers on them. Now, these are the terminate. Supposedly, we do not prune the terminate tomatoes, so I'm just gonna let them be. I did prune some of the leaves in the bottom that looked sickly, but hopefully we'll be doing better. The only different thing in the middle over here is marigolds, because I planted marigolds, but they're still very small. So I'm not sure we're gonna get flowers anytime soon with those. And those are all my garden beds. Now we're gonna start back down with my green stalks. This is how I like to call it, my green stalk highway. I will have 2 more green stalks to add to this. These are one of my strawberry green stalks, and I'm so excited because there's so many strawberries. They're regrowing. I should be having strawberries soon. So excited. They're hanging by clumps. Cannot wait. I wonder why this one looks a little dark. I think that means it's dead. But it cannot be dry. We had so much rain. This one is one of my carrots. Some of them look gray. The one in the bottom. Some of them, I'm not too sure. This one is another carrot, and then these 2 are more strawberries. Again, guys, clearly by the clumps. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. Oh, this one is blushing. That might be our first strawberry. So excited. These carrots look a tad bit better in the way that they look like they're growing. But we'll see. And then more strawberries. I will give this a turn. I turn them every couple of days. Now because it's been raining and not as sunny, I haven't been turning them as much, but I think that they are due for a turn. Oh, cannot wait. This is my flower green stalk. As you can tell, it's just a lot of greenery. I know the ones on top are gladiolus, and obviously the one in the bottom are nasturtiums. Some of them are still growing slow. Honestly don't remember what is this, but it looks very pretty. And some of them are just starting to pop through. I'm gonna give it some more time before I try to stick more things and cover them up. These trees are all full of garlic. And as you can see, or if you cannot tell, a lot of the leaves are yellowing. That lets me know it's almost time to harvest them. From what I've been reading, it says I want around half of the leaves dead before I pick them. And most of them have 2. So I'll be waiting until 4 leaves die on all of them, or most of them. These are my ladies. I have 4 chickens because that is the max allowed within my borough. We have Poach, our the red one. Omelette, which is the only Easter egger. Scramble, which is my Barrett Rock. And then we also have Fry. I assume Fry is inside laying an egg, and she's the Australer. My small potato patch looks wonderful, beautiful. One thing I will say, the ones in the back, how it seems to be anything that is set higher, also in my as in my garden beds, it's a lot bigger and greener than the ones on the front. They're also very green, they're just not as big. I mulched them again twice. So right now, I'm not sure if I'm gonna mulch them again. Easy straw is not cheap, and I use 2 full bags of 2 square foot or cubic feet in them. Here we have my squashes. This is a Italian striped squash, and these two are patty pan squash. I can see what I believe are gonna be flowers coming up, so I'm actually very excited. I cannot wait to get some squash. More grass coming through. So hopefully we'll see those soon. I'm trying to figure out what do I want to do around these edges so the grass or weeds doesn't creep into it. This was supposed to be my corn patch. As you can tell, nothing has grown. So I'm probably gonna till it and replant it. Now, I did use older corn seeds, and that might have been the issue. So I'm gonna replant it again with more sweet corn. So in case some of them comes up and cross pollinates, shouldn't be that big of an issue. I have two little walkways, one on this side and one on that side. These are my winter squash. This is a spaghetti squash candy roaster, which seems to be doing the best. And oh my goodness, looks like we are getting some rust. Ugh, that is disheartening. Poor thing. Ugh, this sucks. So I'm gonna have to put something under. Looks like some leaves are actually not leaves, flowers are also gonna come up. This is my Walham butternut. This is supposed to be a hybrid, if I'm not sure, or maybe I didn't use the hybrid seeds. That is supposed to be more resistant to disease, yet is the one that looks the worst out of all these three. I have melons over there that obviously, as you can tell, are dead. I had bush beans that are looking very sad. Looks like something ate them, or at least ate all the leaves of them. I had sugar pumpkins over here, and I think those are melon leaves. So I'm not sure what I replanted them with. I cannot remember, but I'm sure it's not a sugar pumpkin because those look like melon leaves. This is where my sweet potatoes are supposed to go. They actually should be arriving this upcoming week. This video, I actually talk of me getting Joan Mahon's sweet potatoes. I got an email from Joni Seeds that they were a fail crop, so I'm actually getting Covingtons instead. This is the only melon that seems survived. Is cantaloupe, and I see a lot of roly-polies, so I'm thinking that might have been the thing that took all the leaves out of my bush beans, which is very sad. I'm gonna replant all my bush beans and all my melons next week when we are back in the 70s and hopefully staying in the 70s instead of going back to 60s and high 50s. This was supposed to be a flower patch. I can see a bunch of calendulas and maybe some, I am blanking, it's a bluish purple flower. The bees like a lot coming up, and then some sunflowers also. Hopefully I do end up getting something. I have onions planted here, but my husband one day he was mowing and just mowed the whole thing. So now it's just weeds again, but it's okay. Once we move them back, the chickens will be happy to come in and get them. So I hope to get some flowers from here. If not, at least I have the weeds, yellow flowers to look at, and I find very pretty and sweet. Let's take a look inside here. I'm sure we're gonna find Miss Fried. Yep, there she is. You lay your egg, ma'am. I'll let you be. I fill this with shavings all the time. She's standing up. Are you gonna lay the egg for us? Should we stay and watch? No, no, you don't. You want privacy? Okay, ma'am. I'm sorry. By my kitchen door, these are a peach and lime tree that I got last year that are doing atrocious. The lime tree is putting new leaves, so we don't know, maybe, but it looks very sad. This is my medicinal herb garden that I'm actually gonna transplant into my new greenstalk when it arrives. Or maybe I'm thinking probably putting it in the 7th year that I have garlic in. Once I pull the garlic out, we have lobelia on the top. I absolutely love these flowers. They caught your attention out of everywhere you are. We have some tooth celantes. If I'm not wrong, this is the St. John's wort. Yep, grows beautifully. Holy basil all around here. And then some cinnamon basil. This is chamomile. I've been trying to grow chamomile for a while. It grows and then it just dies again. And then in the bottom I have an extra sage and some nasturtium. I did plant catnip here for the missus in here. This is Halo and this is Luna. This was supposed to be my lettuce and spinach patch, but as you can tell, the spinach is going to flower, so I'm not sure the lettuce are gonna keep growing. I will expect them to be much bigger, especially after all the rain we got, but nothing. Here we have one of my rhubarb plants, and this was supposed to be a loofah that is been taken over. I don't know by what, but these spider mites. Those are those tiny red little things. I'm gonna have to spray these plants. We have some strawberries. This is a black raspberry. This is a currant that I thought died and that I think is still gonna die because this looks very dry. And then some more strawberries. We have a big one here. This is my lemon mint and apple mint. The apple mint looks beautiful. I should be able to harvest some soon. This is my, I want to say goji berry, but I know that's from Pix Berries, Pixwell. Is it supposed to be this red? I'm wondering if this is normal or if maybe it's a disease. I couldn't really find online very well. We have a couple frogs in our pond together with some koi fish, so that's what you hear. And then we have my star or rhubarb. Oh, this one is starting to red too. So actually I do think it's some kind of fungal disease of something, because this was not there before. They were all just green. This flower, but I pulled it off because I don't want my rhubarb to flower. But it's been growing beautifully. And these are just weeds. Well, friends, that concludes my garden tour. The only change I see personally myself is the potatoes obviously are much bigger, together with the peas. A fungal disease in my plants over here. I wonder if maybe being near the pond and the frogs and the fishes and there's a lot of birds in this side has something to do with it. But my cats are demanding attention. It is a nice day and I usually do take them out for a little bit to lay in the sun in a play mat, because the last time we got Halo out, yes, I'm talking about you, and she stepped on grass. The first time she got worms, the second time she got ticks. So not repeating that experience again with them. But thank you for spending time with me. And I'll see you next time. Thank you for spending time with me. I'll see you next time.